Stark and Stony win the matchup. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
13:02 to play between Stony Brook and Hofstra in the first period. 1-0 the score right now in favor of the Pride. Puck in the neutral zone right now with Richardson. He wraps around and plays it into the right wing corner. On the opposite end, Stony Brook really trying to find that equalizing goal. Obviously, like we've been talking about, Stony Brook fell down by 2 the first time these teams met up, and then were able to pull away with a 4-2 victory. As it looks like we are finally live with the voiceover. Hopefully it's a little bit better now. I hope no one's mad that they're hearing my voice. That's never a good sign. Didn't miss much, only 1 goal and still plenty of hockey to play. Like I was trying to say in the opening of the game, Battle of Long Island on ice. It's always a special occasion to get such. Obviously, Stony Brook and Hofstra facing off 3 times in the span of 2 days between a couple of different sports. Women's basketball, men's basketball, and of course the game in front of you right now. .7 left on the clock. The goal earlier coming from, not updating the stats board just yet, so I'm not sure who scored that goal. But nonetheless, Hofstra up 1-0. Quick shot. That's going to be a blocker save. Markoulis has been solid in net so far, has to remain so, as Stony Brook do tend to score a lot of goals in their AAU matchups. Stony Brook also with better firepower coming into this matchup. Van Aaron, the leading goal scorer, should say point producer for the Pride, is still below the top 2 players for Stony Brook, both Tyler Edmonds and Brandon Gerstein with more points than him. Edmonds and Gerstein with 32 and 30 respectively, as the puck is carried past the blue line by Lynn, puts it in on net, and it's quickly stopped by Markoulis. Face off in the offensive zone for the Seagulls. Face off, not one, instead taken off by the Pride. They carry it forward up the left side. Terrazzo blowing the tire and getting it back over the Seawolves. They pass it forward at the blue line. Now coming in right circle, looking for an angle on Markoulis. Held his line, and the shot is going to go up and out of play for another pause. So now with 11:14 to play, Stony Brook still looking for their equalizer in the first. Draw coming to the left of Markoulis now. Back out for a quick shot. Once again goes into the netting. Off controlled into the right wing corner. Richardson with a long stick trying to smack it out, gets control in his forehand. Tied up by 3 sticks of the Pride, and it is played out. Over to Mancini, he will whack it in. Markoulis calms it down at the red line. Hofstra looking for some outlet passes. Quick pressure applied by Edmonds. Back around the boards. Dixon Child will send it the other way, held in at the near point by Mancini. Puts it back into the blender, around to the other side. Dixon Child with it again. Looks for an alternative clearing route, but ends up with Mancini. Quick shot and a save. Markoulis making a couple of nice saves in the last couple of minutes. Mancini with space right there. Never something you want to see if you are the coaching staff for Hofstra. Another face-off this time taken by Sorkin. Will win it down low. Hofstra control with Kinzer. He'll wrap around the boards to the near side. Van Aaron controls and plays it high into the neutral zone. Stony Brook past the blue line again. Pass intercepted and turn the other side. Hofstra breakout, skating 2-on-2. Onto the backhand of Van Aaron. Puts it into the right wing corner. Almost slapped up, but held alive on the near boards by the Pride. Quick shot taken, and it will be a save for Guadagno. Face-off upcoming for Cox, and he'll get chased from the circle. Van Aaron to replace him. Van Aaron will win it back. Hofstra looking for a quick setup play. A slap shot blocked out in front. That one's got a sting for Sorkin. Cox now skating onto it, held up by two blue shirts. It's played to the far board again. At the far point now. Puck was meant to be cycled, but it deflects off the Pride, and a centering pass is attempted, ends up in the right wing corner and skated up and out. Halissi will get it past the blue line. Sorkin flying after it, wrapping around down below the goal. Cox intercepts, passing it forward. Ulsola trying to play it out. Ulsola not able to clear. Stony Brook looked for a centering pass, and this time it's intercepted by the captain, Cox. Cox with a lot of speed up the right side. Cox with the shooting lane saved. And the rebound collected by the Seawolves and played out by Mancini. Mancini, like I've been saying, the offensive flavor for defensemen. Obviously, every team needs a couple of them, and Mancini is definitely that. Rocks on the #1 power play line so far this season. Has been racking up the points on the power play as well. Looking at the power play assists, Mancini has 2, the most on his team. Steven Richardson with 5. Mancini with the puck here again at the left circle, looking to cut in. Denied by the poke check of McArdle. He'll wrap around, centering pass goes past the blue line and taken back by the Seawolves in the neutral zone. Mancini overall in the season has 18 points, 8 goals, 10 assists, and 3 power play goals. Obviously nice from a defenseman to be mixing it up there. Brent Burdett also not bad on the power play. And if you recognize the name Burdett, well, there is a reason for that. Older brother of Ethan Burdett, who is currently on the T-Birds, the Kanekwa-Sayville T-Birds, the varsity team. Brent was previously on that team, I believe, with his brother playing at the same time. So a little bit of brotherly love here on the LA Sports Network as the puck is centered by Hofstra. Saved and shut down again. Guadagno making a couple of nice saves. As we reach 7:38 to play in the opening period here on the LI Sports Network. Face off to the right of Burdett this time. Stony Brook will win it cleanly and get it out quickly. Richardson past the blue line with on the forehand, cutting to the backhand, looking for the shooting lane, gets it off, but it's going to be saved by Markoulis. Stony Brook still operating with possession until they turn it over right there. McArdle plays it to the far side, and it's ramped in deep. Bounces out in front of the crease and will be steered aside by Guadagno. Centering pass again. McArdle coming on to it. Guadagno able to make the first save. Puck through the crease and somehow not in. Tyler Edmonds will get the clear down ice. There was a completely empty net, a puck in the blue paint, and somehow the Pride are only at 1 on the score sheet. Stony Brook counting their lucky stars. Now back the other way. Quick shot taken. Puck, I believe, deflects off the outside of the netting. Now coming to the blue line again. Stony Brook will keep it alive. Passing over to this side. Burdett looks for the quick shot. Tipped out in front, but not in. Stony Brook reset at the far point. Passing down low. Passing across the blue paint again. Stony Brook with a nice shift right now. Puck on the near boards. Carried in. Richardson draws a penalty. Hofstra will touch up. And we get our first power play of the game. Frank Feza over to the box. Stony Brook with a great chance to tie it. Here's Mancini on the top power play like I've been talking about. Gives it over to the captain. Edmonds gives it back to Mancini. He looks for a lane. Blocked out in front. Rebound. They score. A lackadaisical power play right there if I've ever seen one. Stony Brook don't look all too enthused that they score. I'm sure they are, but seems like it was business as normal for them. So we'll take a quick replay of that. See the shot go in, I believe tipped out in front, rebound, and they get it in. So now with the score all knotted up at 1, we will play the remaining 6 minutes of the first period like nothing ever happened. Pass up front. Halissi will give it over, and a nice check in the left circle. Aloisio doing the honors right there. His team still hemmed in for now. Puck played around the boards. To the near side, Stony Brook doing a good job keeping alive. Dwan has it on the backhand, cutting around, but not past the defender, Kinzer. Dwan still holding on to it, now getting some assistance, and we'll get another penalty. Dwan looked like he was holding his cage, so might have been whacked in the face right there. Obviously, with the protective shielding in AAU and all collegiate hockey, there can't be a double minor coming up for any blood, but nonetheless, another power play for the Seawolves after they just scored on one. Looking to make it 2-0 here on the LI Sports Network. Face-off play to the near boards. Over to Edmonds now. He tries to get into the slot. Quick shot taken, and it's going to carry him to the far side and behind the net. Edmonds with it again, looking for the centering pass. Tipped in the slot, but not in. Too many bodies out in front. Berkia trying to get it back. The blue line carried down low and tapped in, but not past the red line of the goal. Markoulis making the stop. .138 to play in the power play. Stony Brook operate with another face-off win that sets so much possession up for them so far. Brakia having a hard time with it, but still gets it towards the slot. Slightly mishandled by the Seawolves. They do keep it alive. Down low in the right wing, centering pass out. One more touch pass. Edmund gives it down low. Maybe a few too many passes right there as they don't get a shot off, and the puck goes back into their own end. Guadagno will tap it. Flying forward up the left side now is Sorkin. Sorkin past the blue line with speed. Sorkin looking for the shooting lane, and it's saved by Markoulis and shut down for another face-off. Off the face-off, Stony Brook will maintain possession again. At the left circle, a shot tipped into the netting. In the left circle again, Stony Brook will set up. Controlled by Dwan. He'll give it down low on the near side. Dwan over to Halissi. Halissi skating down below the red line, getting held up, and then wraps it around the boards. Keto guard, a shot off in the slot and cleared by the Pride 200 feet all the way down to Guadagno. He'll hold it there for the time being. Brent Burdett holding behind his own net. 15 seconds left on the power play. Stony Brook have enough time for one more rush. Bringing it up the right side is Jack Mancini. Gets held up, and Stony Brook probably won't get a shot off with his next clear coming through. Burdett wrapping around in the neutral zone, and we're back to 5-on-5. Hofstra do successfully kill out that entire penalty. Taken ahead by Burdett. Drops it off. No shot taken. Hofstra were there on the scene. Van Aaron skates it up. Right side, Van Aaron looking to his left. Gets it poked loose and regains it in the right wing corner. Van Aaron now getting double teamed and will lose out on possession. Actually, I say that, somehow maintains it on the far side before Stony Brook clear. Alissi looking for the shot, goes wide to the left of the goal. Markoulis had that whistle by his ears. Was very close to being on net. Stony Brook doing a good job battling on these boards, almost getting a slot chance off it, and here comes Lynn with it. It ramps off a stick and into the netting for another pause with 2:47 to play in the first. So a familiar name for anyone who watches or listens to Stony Brook ACHA hockey, Michael Rocco, down to the AAU Division III team. Obviously, he's going to be eaten up a little bit better than he did at the ACHA Division I. Rocco with definitely a lot of impact playing on that first power play unit. If you don't recognize number 27, it's because he's still a fairly new addition to this team. That is Rocco. Not even having the name on the back of the jersey yet. That's how new he is. Although in all fairness, for a club team, name on the back of the jersey, I actually think is quite impressive. Not everyone has that. Hofstra and Stony Brook both do, so you can see the support for hockey on Long Island. Quick shot taken out in front, broken up by the Seawolves. With some space, they'll skate it forward. Brakia still holding on to it up the right side, and finally looking for a pass off. Goes to Lynn in the slot. Lynn still dancing around looking for a shooting lane, but too many yellow jerseys were there. Stony Brook an opportunity to keep it alive. Sorkin onto it. Sorkin wrapping down low, pulling up, going back the other way he came, feeding it to the far point. Gets a connection with Martin. Martin will put it back down, tapped into the slot, and Hofstra will reclaim with McArdle. Not cleared, though. To the slot again. Markoulis will play it to the near side. Stony Brook just putting Hofstra in a blender right now. McArdle will get it back, and with room, he'll skate it up. Doesn't want another turnover right now. Stony Brook still staying aggressive in the offensive end. McArdle will find a nice pass to Kinzer, who will clear. But again, broken up in the neutral zone. Here comes Rocco with it. On the forehand, looks for a shot, he scores. I want all the credit for that going in, as I was talking about him. The interception in the neutral zone, bringing it past the blue line, looking for the quick wrist shot, and he gets that one past Markoulis. So Stony Brook with their first lead of the night. 1:09 to play in the first. Shipping out to Boston, the goal song here at Syosset. Gotta love it. Down into the right wing. Richardson flies after it, trying to get possession with less than a minute to play in the first. At the far boards, Rocco takes it, looking to drag around one defender, but Van Aaron gets the better of him and sends Hofstra the other way. Edmond will clear on the forehand, flipping it high into the air. 40 seconds now to play in the first. Rocco keeps it alive for a second on the near side, but instead Cox ends up with it in the neutral zone. Once again played in by Richardson. Cox now with it. Cox tap pass forward. Casola with a shot blocked. Hofstra look for possession. Casola tying up heavily right now. Referees will keep their arms down with 10 seconds to play in the first. Cox looking for the backhand pass. Stony Brook will get there first, and Edmonds will clear. 2 seconds left in the period. The referees will blow an icing. Want to know if that will get counted or if the clock expiring will send us to a break. It will. send us to a break. The referee's chatting at mid-ice, because obviously that icing did come in before the buzzer sounded. But we will head over to a break here on the LI Sports Network and be back for the second. Stony Brook on top, 2-1. And we are back for the second period puck drop here on the LI Sports Network. And in the intermission, I did a little digging to see how Rocco ended up on the AAU team from ACHA. And Andrew Mancini, the older brother of Jack Mancini, said that Jack had convinced him to join through nonstop asking. Or at least that's what I would presume. But Jack Mancini, the reason why this Stony Brook AAU team has added another lethal weapon to their arsenal. Rocco will likely start to rack up goals and assists nonstop while still being a great defensive presence like he was for the ACHA team, as we are 40 seconds in. Still no shots in the second period. Pressure is applied on the Seawolves right now as the Pride keep it in the offensive end from the far point. Casola whacking it down. Giving it over, controlled by Van Aren. Van Aren looking to cycle. Gets it down to Casola again. Looks for the centering pass. Goes through the slot and all the way up to Rosa. Rosa gives it down low. Could get it back. Instead, it's wrapped around the boards. Matarazzo gives it to the far side. Stony Brook looking for the intercept there. Casola now comes over to Edmonds, and he will clear for the Seawolves. Taken ahead by Rocco himself. Rocco cutting into the slot, looking to shoot, but has got his stick tied up. Now on the return attempt, gets it out in front. Richardson, a shot no good. In the corner, the Pride reclaim it. Holding it down, Edmondson looks for the centering pass. Had Richardson there, but it was intercepted by Van Aren. Hofstra looking to get it out at the far point, and the referees, I believe, calling an offsides here on Stony Brook. So we should get a face-off in the neutral zone. Sorkin to do the honors against Cox, and Cox will win it cleanly back. Loisia will get it up to Yerkes. Yerkes over to Cox, past the blue line, looking to cut it back over to his forehand. Interrupted. Good defensive play by Jack Mancini. Down low, Hofstra put it out in front. Guadagno is saved. Stony Brook breakout the other way, wrapping around the boards. Alissi gets it onto the stick of Markoulis, looks to clear it out. Held up on the near side, but eventually got forward anyways. Kinzer past the blue line and then right back out. Cox resets. Tap pass forward. Will bounce around in the neutral zone for a second. The Pride eventually gain the blue line and once again turn it over for Stony Brook to clear with Dwan. He gets it over to Sorkin. Puck flipped up high. Sorkin still applying the pressure. Puck goes past him to the far side. Good hit from Mancini. Allows his defensive partner Baker to clear it up and out. Dwan takes it on the right side. Dwan looks for the centering pass, gets it over. Back to Dwan, down low, his shot saved. So Stony Brook's first goal came on the power play. The second goal didn't exactly come on the power play, but was a result of the power play pressure. Of course, Rocco found an interception in the neutral zone while Hofstra was looking for their last clear before resetting in the 5-on-5. Rocco got that interception, carried it in, and with a blistering wrister, put it into the back of the net for a 2-1 score. Hofstra keeping their head up, getting it past the blue line. Dixon Child will flip it in deep. Guadagno out of his net to stop it, trying to get it back to his defense, who will clear up the near side. Dixon Child looking for that pass, but it was a little too far off of his stick. Kitograd looks to play it in, denied by Dixon Child, who will get it back, playing it to his defense, turning it over potentially in their own zone, streaking in. Mazzariso was looking for the turnover, but does get past him. A shot from Lynn will go off to the right. Martin on the blue line will send it over to Lynn again. Lynn curling around on the far side. Lynn into the slot, looking for a pass actually instead of a shot. Centered again, not tipped. Hofstra will get it. McArdle looking for the clear, held in at the far point, played in deep again. Martin activating on the pinch, will wrap it around the boards to the far side. Stony Brook look to win it from McArdle. Tapped past the blue line, just barely past the stick of Lynn. Stony Brook, something I've noticed from them the entire game, they're very, very good at sending three high when they need it to keep offensive plays alive, as this one's tipped in off the stick of Richardson. Edmonds looks for the back pass, just a little wide of Richardson, as this top line of Rocco, Richardson, and Edmonds has been dynamite all night. Getting hemmed in their offensive zone for a second until that pass goes astray for Hofstra. Back down to the other end and giving Rocco a chance to forecheck. Rocco putting the pressure in with Edmonds, looking to keep it in on this near side. It's wrapped around the boards. Richardson to the end line will get a nice takeaway. Overskates the puck a little bit, and Hofstra get it back. Past the blue line. Into the slot. No shot taken. Stony Brook had enough bodies back. Burkia was the main one in defense. Once again, Stony Brook turning up ice. Rocco, with a little bit of speed. Rocco in on net. His shot saved. And the rebound non-existent, as Markoulis will get all of the shot that he needed to. 14:37 left to play in the second. Both teams will make some line changes. Cox against Sorkin to the face-off. Sorkin will win it back, and Stony Brook set it up at the far point. Tapped back down low by Martin. Gets it over to Lynn. Lynn on the backhand, looking to cycle it around. Onto the stick of Dwan. Will send it to the far point. And down low again, Stony Brook. Not getting those low to high shots off in this shift. In the right wing corner, Mancini playing oversight. But instead he's not needed. Given down low for a quick shot, deflected into the glass. I believe that was Dwan letting that one fly. Mancini will let it come past the blue line, forcing his team to reset in the neutral zone. Takes a hit from Yerkes, but does get the puck in deep. Dwan at the far side, now looking for the hip check. He gets bumped off the puck, not cleared as Dwan gets it on his stick. Dwan looking for the slot possession. Tipped forward by the Pride and cleared again. Mancini there, given to the far point and in deep. Sorkin not able to control it. Yerkes will battle Dwan on the near side. Yerkes taps it to Cox. Clears his blue line, then gets it poked away in the neutral zone. Dwan now coming in one-on-one. Dwan on the forehand, lining it up. He scores! A great goal for the Seawolves, and they go up 3-1. Just can't give Dwan this much space coming in. Uninterrupted on the forehand that entire time. Just drags it back, changes the angle a little bit, snipes it, top left corner. Markoulis probably wanting a little bit more of a body out in front. Obviously, you don't want to be screened by your own defenseman, but still, a block is better than a shot on goal. Stony Brook keeping it at the blue line again. Some fancy feet for Burdett. Burdett sends it across ice, and it ends up cycling down low. Tough on his skates is Kelly, looking to win it out, pinching his man into the boards, and Hofstra get a chance to clear, but it's held in by Burdett. Moves into the slot for a shot, and it's saved by Markoulis. Face-off won by Stony Brook again. Burkia will send it around the boards to the far side. Lynn was there for it, instead lets it get wrapped around to the near side. Hofstra there for it. Burkia fighting as well. Burkia will get it back to the near point. Kitograd setting it deep. Stony Brook love these long wrapping passes. Hofstra going to avoid any goals on this shift as they get it out into the neutral zone. Burkia resetting will just wrap it in deep. Around the boards once more. Lynn should be the first one to greet the defenseman. Hofstra again clear, and Stony Brook look for the dump in. Just non-stop pressure. Burkia again with it, and we'll get a whistle from the referees. Should be the first power play of the night for the Pride, looking to get back into this game. Score currently 3-1. Stony Brook scoring 3 unanswered so far. Kietograd will be into the box for 2 minutes. Cox will be the face-off man for the Pride. Cox plays it to the near side. Hofstra looking to set up with possession. Stony Brook with a very aggressive penalty kill. Puck to the blue line and just barely held in by Kinzer. He still holds it on the near side, giving it up top for Cox. Walks down, high slot, his shot saved, and the rebound shut down. Guadagno with a good job tracking the puck through traffic. Some changes coming out for Stony Brook. Obviously, second period changes on the penalty kill extremely hard due to the distance from the bench. Puck played out past the blue line. Great job for Stony Brook. It was Daniel Sorkin all over that play. And Sorkin, with the stick lift, almost had a breakaway right there. Now Sorkin will chase after it into the right wing corner. Has 2 Pride members near him. Kinzer will come on to it. I believe another upcoming penalty called here, maybe touched. Waiting to see what the call is from the referees. They'll put the draw in the offensive zone. Sorkin will take it. Obviously, defensive zone face-off, not what you want on the power play. Sorkin will get it into the right wing corner. Further pressure applied by the Seawolves here. They look to hold it in off the boards. Mancini playing it high and around. Cox will claim it. Plays it off the end boards to the far side. Del Panino will come in for it. Giving it across. Kinzer will play it off the boards and forward, but straight onto the stick of the Seawolves, and they'll clear one more time. Leading point producer Van Aaron will quarterback on this push forward. Van Aaron still holding on to it. His captain behind him for the drop pass in case it's needed. Van Aaron will just cut through the neutral zone. Gets it down low. Guadagno plays it around, but not out. To the far side, Hofstra try to keep it in. Cox does do so at the far point, but straight into the stick of the Seawolves, and they'll clear again with ease. Taken forward by Rocco, trying to play it out in front. Got the shot on goal, but denied by the Pride. And they'll look to spring in one-on-one. Good back check and pressure applied by Brent Burdett. He'll take a tumble into the corner, but does shut down that opportunity. He gets a round of applause from his teammates. 7 seconds left in the power play. Puck out into the crease, but no shot taken. To the blue line again, and a block coming in from Rocco. That will put us back into the 5-on-5. Hofstra trying to do something as the Seawolves get their man out of the box. 10 minutes to play in the second. Exactly half of this game gone by. Seawolves, they want to double what they did, would end up winning this game 6-2. Puck cleared, going down, icing, waved off. Stony Brook now with a temporary 2-on-1, trying to tap it out in front. Sorkin was there, and just in case, but doesn't get the opportunity onto his stick. McArdle will reset in his own zone, sending a pass off the boards, touching the stick of Yerkes, and down low. Actually, no, referee's going to say it did not touch the stick of Yerkes and will be an icing. So Stony Brook will get the offensive draw off of it. They'll send out their top line as well. So Edmonds for the draw, will get it back. Rocco on the forehand, quick shot saved. Edmonds gets the rebound. Looking to wrap down low, out in front again. Richardson whacking at it, everything shut down by Markoulis. To the near point, Brookia for a shot, that's a pad save, and finally Hofstra get a chance to clear, and a potential breakaway going the other way. Yerkes for a shot, no good. Guadagno got enough of it. Feza in the right wing corner will lose it out. Carried forward by Richardson. He passes it back to Rocco, who gets it over to Edmonds. Edmonds trying to go one-on-one against McArdle. Gives it over. Rocco, a shot saved. Rebound belongs to Hofstra, and they'll clear with McArdle. Everything's starting to open up a little bit here in Syosset as both teams get rush chances. Brookia looking for the exit strategy. Will flip it high into the neutral zone and allow the Pride to take it back. Rosa with the buck. Rosa giving it across to his defensive partner and put forward by McArdle. Chasing after it is Feza. Won't beat out the man Baker back for the Seawolves. Baker will feed it to the far side past the blue line. Rocco overskating it a little bit. The Pride were offsides, needing to check up. Into the corner again. 8 minutes to play in the second period. 3-1 the score. Icing waved off. Rocco, the lone man there. Hofstra a little annoyed that icing was waved off. Kusala into the corner. Will work with Dixon Child, but the puck will be shut down by Guadagno. 7:38 to play in the middle frame of this game. Face-off coming for Schnatter. Not going to set up any clean play. Seawolves look to clear off of it. Puck back to Schnatter. His shot broken up by a couple of sticks. Gets a rebound opportunity and sails past Guadagno to the right. Down low. Martin will fight for it. Gets it around the boards to Dwan. Dwan, cross ice to the far side. Onto the tape of Halissi. A quick shot. Rebound. They score. Off the rush, the Seawolves find 4. As you can just see, what a tape-to-tape pass. Halissi with the opportunity will get the shot off, and then a big bouncing rebound sets up an easy goal for Daniel Sorkin. So Stony Brook now lead this game 4-1. They won the last matchup 4-2, so already beaten out that mark in both categories. Sorkin scoring his 9th goal of the year. One more and he's into double digits as the Seawolves get another offensive zone turnover. Lynn will give it across and it's slapped in. The Seawolves looking to set up their forecheck. Kitograd the first one onto it. He was the one who took the only penalty the Seawolves have been penalized with. Kitograd again below the red line, centering it out in front. Puck into the neutral zone. Mancini will get it over to Martin. Martin sends it in off the stick of Lynn. On top of it is Markoulis, and he'll shut down play. Both teams will make some line changes. Stony Brook with the offensive zone draw coming up. Again, Stony Brook scoring the last 4 goals unanswered. Rocco, his shot bounces into the slot. Brookia almost with an opportunity. And then a breakaway chance for Van Aaron was shut down as he tapped the puck a little too far. Stony Brook in the neutral zone again. Brookia with it. Plays it in off the backhand to the left wing corner. First one to respond. Aloisio gets it ahead and out. Burde gives it across to Bracchia. Ahead for Richardson. He sends it in. Rocco, the forecheck for the Seawolves, the F1 on the play. Doesn't take it away from Kinzer. Wraps it around the boards. Van Aaron looking for the clearing attempt. Gets it to the near side. Taken away by Bracchia in the neutral zone. He comes up with speed. Right wing. Looks for the shot. Big rebound. And it will be saved and shut down by Markoulis. Dwan into the dot again. Dwan's been good this entire game. Positive impact after positive impact. This season, Dwan has 12 total points, most of them coming from goals, 7 goals total, 2 on the power play. So Dwan, a little bit more of a goal scorer than a playmaker. Stony Brook with another opportunity right here. Quick shot saved. Rebound in the slot. Fighting for it was Sorkin, but couldn't get through the amount of yellow jerseys right in front of him. Taken up, Rosa looking for his angle. Chopped up by the Stony Brook defense, and Dwan gets it ahead for Sorkin. Sorkin across and poked away. Good defensive effort from McArdle. Held in at the far blue point. Mancini carrying it down. Mancini looking for the pass. He thinks shoot instead. Hits it off the outside of the goal. Mancini now thinking pass, will ramp it off a stick, and it caroms into the boards. Down low. Sorkin with control. Will wrap it around the boards, intending it to go to Holissi. Sorkin with another opportunity. Again looks for the centering pass, but doesn't reach the tape of Dwan. Barker tapping it ahead. Sorkin with it. Sorkin in the right circle. Sorkin dropping it off. Dwan was almost onto it, but it was barely interrupted by McArdle, who had a couple of nice defensive plays in that shift. So Stony Brook with some more changes. They'll get Lynn out for the face-off. Lynn will play the puck to the near side, tying up with the stick of Cox. Cox will wrap it around, but not played out. Down low, Seawolves look for the centering pass, and it goes through the slot. Markoulis saw it the whole way. Lucky no one got a stick on it. Kinzer playing it ahead, passing it off to Yerkes. Yerkes still holding on to it. Into the corner. Yerkes trying to find Cox, but it's taken away by Lynn. Lynn will start the breakout. Kitograd past the blue line, called offsides by the referees, and we'll pause again with 3:49 to play in the second. Rocco into the face-off dot in the neutral zone. Wins it back to Martin, plays a D-to-D pass, and then it's wrapped in past the stick of Markoulis. First one to it is Edmonds, finds it to the skates of Rocco. Battles Cox in the corner now. Rocco not going to win it out. Yerkes plays it past the blue line. Stony Brook get another interception in the neutral zone. They've been dominant there all night. Controlling the puck is Kinzer. He'll wrap it around the boards. Make it Del Panino actually there. Del Panino, big number 37, much larger than everyone else on the ice. Rocco, a sharp angle shot. Deflects high and into the netting for another pause. Seawolves will take another offensive zone face-off after making some more line changes. So Sorkin into the face-off dot. Sorkin trying to get it down low past the goal line, but it's chipped past all his teammates and back into the neutral zone. Stony Brook reset. Brakia with the puck. Looks to rifle it ahead. Does eventually get onto the tape of Sorkin. He comes in with room. Sorkin for the centering pass. Saved by Markoulis. Face-off responsibility will fall to Dwan. He doesn't win it out. Goes into the corner. Kinzer trying to play it ahead. Had Martirazzo there to help him out. Puck now down below the goal line. Stony Brook held it in at the far side. Wrapped around again. Hofstra with a little bit of space, and they misplay it. Oh, a little bit of a mental mistake right there, and I saw it on Dwan's reaction. Dwan knew he should have had that one. Now set up for a quick shot, saved. Big rebound, still loose. And far out of his spot was Guadagno. Finally gets back into the crease. Hofstra with one of their better offensive shifts of the period, as again it's played towards the slot. And this time efficiently shut down by Guadagno. Schnatter not able to win the face-off for the Pride, but his team does get it back in deep. There for it is Martin, and his turnover will luckily be saved by Guadagno, not allowing anything dangerous to happen in front of him. Guadagno really not tested this period. Most of it's been played in the Hofstra's end. Face-off won by Lynn. He gets it down low. Stony Brook look for their clearing lanes. It's out in front of Guadagno again. He pokes it to the side. Kitograd will take control. He's broken up. Schnatter with another good forechecking effort. And it's another turnover out in front, 2-on-1. Guadagno makes a save. Big rebound. Still out in the crease. A third opportunity, a fourth, and the Pride can't get it in. Stony Brook look for the clear and do get it past the blue line. Coming back the other way now is Kitograd. Kitograd into the right wing corner. Challenged, and Hofstra will win it away. Kelly will lose it back to Kitograd again. He sends it out in front, tipped by Lynn, but not in. Cleared by the Pride, and things will settle down with just over a minute to play in the second. Referees will say no icing. Wrapped around by Mancini. Stony Brook looking for the clear. McArdle will hold it in for now. Gives it down low again, and now a tape-to-tape pass will send Rocco into a one-on-one. Rocco in on net, forehand, backhand. He looks for the 5-hole and can't find it. Big shutdown from Markoulis. Rocco trying to get a little too fancy with it. Wrapped around the boards of the far side. Dixon will send it down low. Has Rocco there. Rocco looking for his option. Sends it across straight onto the tape of Barker. He looks for the shot. He scores. Stony Brook now lead 5-1 with 25 seconds left. Tipped out in front. It's a great goal for Richardson right there. And again, this top line just going to work on Hofstra. Cox now taking it in with speed up the left side. Cox will get it end board. Centering pass broken up, I believe, by Guadagno. His stick went flying out of the crease. Another shot opportunity, going to go wide to the right this time. Less than 10 seconds to play. Rocco on the far boards will get it ahead to Edmondson now. Edmondson in the one-on-one. Forehand, he shoots at the buzzer. I don't think it would have counted anyways. But Stony Brook will take a 5-1 lead into the final 20 of this game and looking to dominate the Pride in their second matchup of the season. stages of his tenure. Off the face-off, Sorkin tying up, will win it back. Halissi will play it to the blue line. Berde again to Sorkin. Sorkin past the Hofstra blue line, carrying it into the left wing corner. He looks to wrap it around down low. Stony Brook will reset in the neutral zone as the puck takes an awkward bounce. Wrapped in again by Berde. Out of his net is Markoulis. Was the starting goaltender tonight, the only goaltender as well. Over on the other end, Nick Guadagno has had a good day so far, as he might get tested here. Quick shot on goal taken, and Guadagno's up to the test. Rebound opportunity still out in front of the crease, and we are getting a penalty upcoming. I believe Hofstra was the last one to touch up on it, but it looks like the Pride are headed to the power play, and they will be. Halissi will go over to the box. So the Pride trying to claw back this 4-goal deficit early on. Cox for the faceoff. Puck gets wrapped around to the far side into the neutral zone. Van Aren collects it at the red line. Van Aren pressured and will give it up. Lynn takes it past the Hofstra blue line. Lynn in the high slot. A poke check from behind interrupts his shooting form. And the Pride will take it forward again. Del Panino will hold on. Lynn in front of him. Del Panino now gives it over to Cox with some speed up into the neutral zone. Lynn back checking against him. Cox gets through all of that. Now at the goal line. Cox still holding on to it. Centering pass goes all the way through the slot and past the blue line. Van Aren will recollect in his own end. 1:12 remaining on the power play. Van Aren cutting to his right now, gaining some speed past the blue line. Van Aren pulling up and wiping out. Stony Brook looking for an opportunity to clear. Mancini overskated the puck, will deny the centering attempt, and now it's off the outside of the goal and cleared. Stony Brook send it 200 feet down to Markoulis, who will settle it, looks to sauce it into the neutral zone, will get it almost onto the tape of Van Aren, who would have been streaking in. Berde with it, he'll play it off the high glass and out. Richardson holds on. Richardson with Sorkin trailing behind. Richardson cutting in on net, centering pass over to Sorkin. Almost had an empty net opportunity, but Markoulis got over in time. 30 seconds left on the power play now for the Pride. They get it into the offensive end again. Mancini make it. Berde stepping up onto it, won't win it out. Offense down low, they score. A 2-on-1 down low becomes the second goal for the Pride today, and they'll get a power play goal. As we take a replay of that here on the LI Sports Network. Bugliano making mincemeat of that. Buglione, haven't said his name a lot tonight. Hasn't been the most noticeable or impactful for Hofstra, but definitely making his presence felt right there. A gritty puck win. And that's all you really need on a 5-on-4. Obviously, so much extra space generated. Barker's shot was interrupted out in front. Richardson gets it, passing it over to Edmondson. He's knocked off the puck, but still gets a shovel backhand shot on net. Markoulis will send it down low, and his defense will clear for him. Barker off the boards. Edmondson plays it in. Back into the neutral zone for Barker. Edmonds not there this time. Instead, it'll be tapped ahead to Rocco, past his stick a little too far. Berkia will get it past the blue line. Berkia first shot, big rebound. Rocco fans on it a little wide to the left. Rosa looking to clear. Edmonds keeps it in. Edmonds gets the return pass, now walking, looking for the centering pass, rattling around, and Hofstra will come away with it. Past the blue line. McArdle looking for the shot. Again, another rebound gets onto the tape of Yerkes. He'll give it down low. Now Yerkes will shoot, saved by Guadagno. Still alive for Hofstra for now. Halissi will look for the clear. Now Halissi going with numbers the other way. Looking on his backhand, instead will shoot, and it will be saved. Rocco gets the rebound and plays a pass straight to Hofstra. Comes out in front anyways. Stony Brook getting some puck luck right now, but Didn't capitalize on it right there. Mancini now holds. Mancini will fire it in. Gets to the right wing corner. Will take a hit from Yerkes for his troubles. Down low, Hofstra looking for their exit strategy. Held in at the near point for a second by Mancini. To cover him on behind was Sorkin, who will get it off the boards and deep. Hofstra scoring the first goal of the third, but obviously still have a lot of work to do to claw back these next three. Obviously not all of them will be power play goals. You got to get it done 5-on-5 at some point. Sorkin on the near side, tying up with Van Aaron. Van Aaron not going to win it out as Sorkin plays it to the far end. Streaking onto the puck is Dwan. Gets past him and back to Martin. Send a D-to-D pass for Mancini. Lightly taps it in the neutral zone and taken away by Van Aaron. He drops it off. Hofstra at the near point. Look for the shot on goal. Well wide to the left. Held up for a second by Martin. Now he'll look to skate it out himself. Martin through some traffic, poking around a couple of players. Now up the left side. Martin making something of this. Gets tripped up. No call from referees. Centering pass was given, but not whacked in. Once again, cleared by Van Aaron. Back forward is Burdett, the last man for the Seawolves. Burdett, nice move around Van Aaron below his own goal line. Now we'll look to the pass to the far side. Stony Brook making something with this rush right now. Taken ahead by Sorkin. He's bumped off the line to the goal to the near side, and Van Aaron gets it on his tape. Two passes, and Hofstra are out of trouble. 14:20 to play in the third, 5-2 the score. Before Hofstra scored that goal, Stony Brook had scored 5 uninterrupted. Burdett will clear with a strong forehander, potentially getting Kitograd into a breakaway. Kitograd will draw a penalty. Stony Brook will have 2 minutes upcoming as the Pride finally touch up. We've seen Stony Brook do great work on the power play so far. Can that trend continue here in the third? Waiting to see if it's going to be the normal unit out for the Seawolves. Right now they're deliberating what they want. Actually looks like it might be a 5-on-3 upcoming for the Seawolves, so maybe a second penalty was taken in that sequence. Waiting to see the first. Delpino will be booked into the box for 2 minutes. Now has a teammate joining him. That looks like Frank Feza in the box, and it will be. So 5-on-3 for the Seawolves to try to reestablish a 4-goal lead. Face-off one, and back to Mancini at the blue line. He sends it to the far side. Quick shot taken. They score. Stony Brook make it 6 just like that on the power play. And we take a quick replay of that here on the LI Sports Network. Mancini doing a good job moving the puck quickly into open space. Just a quick wrist shot. Looks like it ramps off the stick of Rocco out in front, so he might have just gotten himself a hat trick. We'll wait for the score box to confirm that. And Stony Brook will make a 5-on-3, now a 5-on-4 with that goal, so just back to the normal power play. Looking for a 7th tally of the game. Mancini will get the puck off the face-off. Gives it over to Sorkin. Sorkin still holding on to Richardson now. Tapped back to Sorkin. He'll take it up the center of the ice, passing to the far side. Ahead for Rocco. Pulls up at the half boards, fires it across ice. Could have set up a one-timer right there. Richardson was a little unprepared. Gets it over to Edmonds. He looks for a cross-ice pass. Had Mancini, tapped it on net, but that was wide to the left. Stony Brook still hold it down low, gets it around to Edmonds. He'll send it around the boards the other way, past Rosa. Maybe kept alive here by Richardson, does get there in time. Richardson walking, passing to his right. Rocco controls. Rocco holding in the high slot, calmly will pass it over to Edmonds. Cross ice, Richardson in the slot, his shot saved. Rebound out to Richardson again, we'll put it down low. behind the goal line, and Hofstra will take it away and clear. Wadagno having to navigate through some shorthanded troubles right there, but not really much of a problem as Rocco brings it ahead. Sorkin gets tied up for a second, but does find the pass forward to Edmonds. He gives it over. Rocco, a quick shot saved. Rebound opportunity. It goes behind the net. Rocco trying to center it again. Still on the power play. 26 seconds left. Out in front, and another nice save. Referees will blow the whistle. Call this play dead. So into the net for the Pride is James John Picone. Tagging out Markoulis as he let up his 6th goal of the game. Obviously a lot of that coming just from the natural pressure that the Seawolves put on him. Not exactly Markoulis' fault. Stony Brook with the power play dying will not convert on the 5-on-4, though they did convert on the 5-on-3, so still get that 4-goal lead again. And Hofstra's momentum from their own power play goal all but shut down. As we approach the halfway point here in the 3rd period, obviously still with a little bit of time before that, Hofstra really got to be considering if they're going to change up the strategy, focus more on defensemen pinching in to potentially create more offensive zone time as they get a centering pass right there, exactly what they need. But here comes Stony Brook back the other way. Maybe an ill-advised drop pass for Dwan, now leads for an opportunity. Van Aaron in on net, backhand, looks for the shot, it's saved, rebound. They don't score. Puck stays out of the net somehow. Wadagno makes a big play. I thought for sure on that second opportunity Wadagno would have been beat, but somehow finds a way to keep it out. On the near side, glove down by Kinzer, he'll keep it in. Sends it around the board to the far side. Casola there. Tripped up, now joined by Cox, and the referees will see that, will call a penalty. And with 10:52 to play in the 3rd, we get our 3rd power play, 4th if you consider the 2 Stony Brook got simultaneously of the period. Wadagno with a little bit of heroics to stop that from being a 3rd goal for Hofstra in the first place. Again, just to reiterate, James John Picone, JJ Picone into net now for Hofstra after Markoulis let up the most recent power play goal. Now Hofstra going to work on the power play. I believe the puck hit off the outside of the net, sat there for a second, and Stony Brook couldn't clear. Now to the far side, Hitograd with an opportunity and does get it past the blue line. Cox regains in the neutral zone with strength, drags it past the blue line, drops it off, quick shot taken. It was blocked by Mancini. Stony Brook with control, Barker wrapping around his own net now, putting it down 200 feet, will come out to JJ, who will deaden the puck and leave it. Kinzer with control, Kinzer falling out, good forecheck from Lynn, not able to do anything with it. Van Aaron plays it ahead. Casola brings it past the blue line, up the right side, dropping it off. With room, the shot taken, saved, rebound loose, and saved again. Wadagno has been so great in this game, shutting down second opportunities. Some words are exchanged past the whistle. Referees breaking the scrum up. Still 1 minute left in the power play for the Pride. Less than half of the 3rd period remains. Obviously, Stony Brook can't be counting this as a win just yet. 4 goals in 9 minutes sounds like a lot, but once that first or second fall, then all of a sudden it's a different game. Got to stay mentally sharp right now if you are the Seawolves, and if you're the Pride, you got to feel like you are that dangerous team. Still operating with the power play, could get a 3rd right now. Puck held up in the right wing corner. Burde fighting for it strong in his stick right there. Isn't able to win the puck battle, but does kill some time. Feza plays it to the far point. Almost cleared by Richardson. He still battles at the far boards and finally pokes it free. Matarazzo gets it ahead, giving it over to Yerkes. Yerkes interrupted, but it's still kept in by Casola. Casola back to Matarazzo across the blue line for Feza. He gives it down low, and the Hofstra Pride are finally setting up a good cycle. Out in front, room to shoot, doesn't take the opportunity, and Richards close in. Richardson now collects the puck, plays it off the boards, but held in at the near point. Fired across ice, no one-timer available. 5 seconds on the power play. Looks like the Pride won't get it done right now. Putting it down low. Yerkes controls. Yerkes now pressed into the corner. Joined by Richardson, and it will be taken away by Sorkin. Sorkin, cross-ice pass. Seawolves with numbers going the other way, looking for the centering pass. McArdle will interrupt and play it back into the neutral zone. Richardson wearing the A on his jersey, trying to fly up the left side, will stop at the blue line and dump in. Matarazzo ahead now, passing it forward. He's been out for a while, so is Casola. His shot will rattle around, and now it's ahead for Lynn. Lynn trying to gain control, reaching out his stick. The drop pass gives it to Dwan. Dwan to Mancini. His shot saved and swallowed up. Just a hair over 8 minutes to play in the third. Picone making his first good stop of the game, coming in relief for Markoulis. Stony Brook will win the draw, waiting for Mancini to step up onto it. He fires from the left circle a little too high. Around the boards to the far side, sent into the blender again by Kitograd. Comes back to Mancini. He'll wrap it around the boards again, back to Kitograd. Gets pressed into the boards. Amante with the physical defense right there, and the Pride now with the clear. Amante down low, not going to win the puck battle. Good job from Stony Brook to get it past the blue line. 7:30 to play in the third. Stony Brook up 6-2. Their big stretch of goals came at the end of the first period and in the second when they scored 5 unanswered. Michael Rocco, I believe, with a hat trick in the game. The score sheet hasn't updated just yet, but I believe he did get the most recent power play goal, or one of the most recent power play goals for the Seawolves. And he did score 2 earlier, one in the first, one in the second. Rocco also with an assist, so that would make it a total 4-point game and just his second outing with the Seawolves. As they battle for it down low, broken up and played out. Richardson loses it out to Rosa. Gets it over to Yerkes. Yerkes past the blue line, pulling up, trying to cut over towards the slot. Gets the shot off, blocked up by traffic, and there is Rocco, who I was talking about. Doesn't clear. Cox with a shot, shut down by Guadagno, and he will put his glove on top of it. .6:29 to play in the third. The further we go, the further this looks like a sure win for the Seawolves. Face-off taken away by Burde. He puts it around the boards on the low side to Martin. Martin with some room will fire it into the neutral zone. Touched by Richardson and in deep. Rocco trying to set up the forecheck. Puck played past him but held in by Burde. Down low for Edmonds. His opportunity broken up. Buglione will play it in deep. Buglione now in the forecheck. Did obviously set up the most recent goal for the Pride on the power play. Guadagno will be content to stay in his crease as his defense dig the puck out and play it back into the neutral zone. Rocco trying to chase after it, played past him. Back over to Martin, who slaps into the neutral zone. Edmonds with some room, plays it to the opposite side for Richardson. Richardson cutting into the slot, almost had a passing option over to Edmonds as well. Out in front, waiting to see if JJ got that. I think he did. Referees call it dead. But actually, no, it goes in. Stony Brook do score off of that. Bit of a broken play. And now a quick discussion behind the net. Hofstra wants an explanation on the goal, but it will count, and the Seawolves get up to 7. A little bit of a door slam on the far side. Hofstra a little upset about that call. Seawolves now lead this one by 5, and I was right. Rocco did get that power play goal a little bit ago, so he is up to a hat trick, I believe, now with 5 points on the night. Again, Rocco in just his second outing with the Seawolves, just such an impactful player. Anytime you go down a couple of divisions, obviously you expect to be a little bit more of a point producer. Dwan with a nice toe drag, but barely interrupted. Now, I'm not saying that Rocco will turn into the next Avazov. Avazov was more than a point per game player in the ACHA as well. But Rocco, nonetheless, will likely be a point per game player in the AAU at bare minimum. Obviously, known for in the ACHA as a bit of a bottom 6 grinder, was always a very good defensive option as a stopgap if you ever needed him. Played that role very well, but now with a little bit more speed compared to everyone else, still with the same shooting ability, makes her a pretty good goal scorer. Puck back into the neutral zone. The Seawolves not able to control off the face-off. Brakia puts it ahead. Touched by the stick of Lee and down into the offensive end. Stony Brook looked to set up their forecheck, but it's quickly denied. Brakia with possession again. Gets it ahead. Lynn streaking forward, trying to beat out the Hofstra netminder. Now gets it on the far side. Lynn stood up. Good play from Buglione. Stony Brook still putting on the pressure against the Pride. Even up by 5, they're relentless. Ketograd now takes it ahead with room. Looks for the shot, fans on it. Plays his second one instead, and that is a kick save. Matarazzo gets it into the offensive end. Burde gets his gloves on top of it. Burde and Ketograd trying to play it out. Lynn with the second opportunity, still not able to clear. Held in barely by Rosa. Now Ketograd getting a little bit antsy on the far boards, and we will get a very loud whistle here in Syosset. Referee with his arm raised, indicating another penalty. Wouldn't be surprised if Ketograd is booked for the second time. Kevin Broderick joined by Wally Mitchell here at Syosset on the LI Sports Network as we come to the closing minutes of this matchup. Ketograd will go to the box. Hofstra will get another power play. Don't mind the call from the referees. Matarazzo wins the face-off for his team. The Pride barely keep the puck in at the blue line. Lucky the referees didn't give an unfavorable call, as that could have gone either way. Yerkes looking for it down low, jammed out in front of the net, and it looks like Stony Brook will get the whistle to their favor. Guadagno did have it underneath his pads. Face off to the right of Guadagno this time. Hofstra win it again. Feza will play it off the boards down low, intending to get it over to Yerkes, who has to battle for it. Loses it out to Burde. Looks for the clearing opportunity. Still held in. Second chance, and it is played out by Sorkin. Now Sorkin coming forward, looking for a shooting lane. Saved up in the air, and it will be taken away and skated out. McArdle holding on to it up the right side. Good back check from Sorkin will force Hofstra offsides. Now with an opportunity to play it in. Guadagno out of his net will put a touch on the puck. Mancini with a chance to clear. He gets tied up by Feza. Feza down low, gets it over to teammate. Out in front, Guadagno not needed to make a save. It was off to the left. Sorkin with a nice stick battle will get possession and plays it forward. Sorkin potentially putting his team into a 2-on-1. They go the other way. Latham back to Sorkin, interrupted. And Hofstra avoid the shorthanded goal to go down by 6. Yerkes plays it past Barker. Richardson trying to break loose of a crowd. It's played past him, back down to Barker. Brakia to Richardson. Now Richardson with a one-on-one, fresher legs. Richardson getting in, knocked down to the ice, and it's covered up and should be deadened by the referees. It is. "16 seconds left in the power play, 1:55 left on the clock. Stony Brook with the offensive draw to kill the remaining seconds. They look to get it deep again. Rocco with a shot, whistles just a little high of the crossbar. Hofstra cutting past the blue line again, called offsides. Stony Brook just needing to kill off the remainder of this minute and 37. Gonna get the puck in deep. That's probably a lot of what they will be doing. Dwan out onto the ice again with the rest of his line. Rocco actually out with Dwan and Richardson instead of the normal Edmonds. Richardson, a shot ramps off a stick and out of play. Power play now over for Hofstra. Not going to capitalize on that one. They've been good on the power plays for most of the game, although not getting enough opportunities to make this one truly competitive. Rocco into the face-off, not going to win it out. Hofstra quickly play it forward, but it's held up by Dwan on the near side. Still gets past him eventually. Played forward into the slot, tipped up. Played to the near point. Fired in on net, wide to the right. They score, I believe, off a tip-in. Hofstra get one late. Del Panino just fires this one in and definitely deflected into the goal. That's why you always take those shots from the near point or the far point. Doesn't really matter. You always get that opportunity to allow your teammate to tip that in on net. It's now 7-3. The Pride trail by 4. Unlikely to make a comeback now unless they do a lacrosse-style sequence of face-off goal, face-off goal. Hofstra Lacrosse did take their first victory of the season earlier today, I believe. It was a dominant victory. Forget who it was up against, but maybe they can take something away from the Hofstra Lacrosse team. Picked to finish 6th in the CAA, actually just behind the Seawolves. So, again, this rivalry truly does span through every sport these teams play. Obviously, Hofstra and Stony Brook don't have NCAA hockey teams, but AAU is every bit as good in my opinion. Casola with the opportunity, giving it down low. Quick shot taken, centering pass again, and Guadagno gets bailed out of all of it after making the first save. Capasso back in his own end, getting it back into the neutral zone with Van Aaron as we hit 10 seconds left in the third period. Stony Brook again, mixing it up a little bit at neutral ice. As we're just going to get some penalties with 2 seconds left in the game. And the referees will say run the clock, and we will end like that. A little bit of a strange ending, but Stony Brook nonetheless will take this game 7-3 here in Syosset. They will be back tomorrow for another matchup against Farmingdale State College. I'll be on that call as well. Wally Mitchell on camera tonight. Hopefully he'll be here with me tomorrow as well. Wally Mitchell, always great on the camera. And if you liked last night's best, well, you can thank Wally for that. He does the edits as well. Once again, final score, Stony Brook 7, Hofstra 3. They fall for the second time in the Battle of Long Island this season. in AAU Division III. Thank you so much for watching, for listening, and have a great night.